It's a rare genetic disorder
that doesn't get talked about a whole lot.
Passed down in families from generation to generation.
And every child of a parent with it has a 50-50 chance.
Imagine being diagnosed with ALS, Parkinson's disease, and Alzheimer's
simultaneously.
It starts with mood swings and personality changes, but it gets worse. Soon, people can't swallow, walk, or talk.
Right now, there is no treatment.
When symptoms get bad and people can't work, they apply for disability. Right now, after that application, there's a 2-year wait for benefits, which is what the HD Parity Act aims to fix.
We're talking about Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
Hi, everyone. My name's Louise Vetter, and I'm the president and CEO of the Huntington's Disease Society of America. Thank you so much for being a part of this evening's Freeze HD event. This is our 7th annual Freeze HD, and I have to give a huge shout out to all of the volunteers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring together their talent, their dedication, their inspiration to create what is truly a global celebration of life of all families affected by HD. HD, if you don't know, is a rare, inherited brain disease. In the United States, only about 41,000 Americans are symptomatic with Huntington's disease, but an additional 200,000 or so are living at risk. One of their parents had Huntington's disease, and they have a 50-50 chance of having inherited the gene that will cause the symptoms of HD. As a brain disease, HD is complete in how it affects all aspects of someone's ability to walk, talk, think, and reason. It's very often described as having Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and ALS all at the same time. And if that isn't bad enough, having HD means that you probably become symptomatic in your 30s or 40s, at a time when you're established in your career, maybe you're married, have kids. And so having HD or having HD in your family means worry. It means worrying about the next generation as well as your own health. And so at the Huntington's Disease Society of America, our commitment is to support families throughout this entire journey of living with HD, to help them as caregivers and care providers, to help them navigate the challenges of potentially inheriting the gene that causes HD, helping to connect them to the care to have the best level of treatment possible to manage their symptoms. And ultimately, our work is to bring us closer and closer to a cure. Our programs of care and education, advocacy, and research are firmly focused on a day when HD is no longer a burden. And our work every day is to improve the lives of those affected by Huntington's disease as we work tirelessly to support the development of treatments that can change the course of HD and hopefully make it a thing of the past. By being a part of Freeze HD, you're helping to raise awareness of this rare condition and much needed resources to help support these family programs that are really bringing people together so that they can be stronger in their fight against Huntington's disease every day. I hope that you've taken the opportunity to visit our online auction, maybe put in a few bids, or maybe just donated to HDSA so that you can show your commitment and enthusiasm for the work that we're doing on the support for families affected by HD. And then hopefully you've bought a ticket for the virtual after party, so where we will gather with our event hosts and continue the party as we celebrate the lives of everyone touched by this disease. Thank you again for being here. Thank you to everybody who's been involved in making Freeze HD happen. And I really wish that in 2022, we're able to get together in person in Los Angeles for our night of sharing and celebration as we continue this fight against Huntington's disease. Thank you again to everyone who's been a part of this. Have a great evening, everyone.
What is up, everybody? I am Scott Porter, back and honored to be your host for the 3rd year in a row. I want to say thank you to Louise for that beautiful opening message and setting the table for what is going to be an awesome, awesome night. You saw everybody that's going to be appearing tonight, all of our special guests, all of our musical guests as well, some of which will be live tonight. We were able to expand the bubble a little bit this year. But I hope you guys are comfortable at home. If you dressed up, awesome. If you're still in your pajamas, that's also very, very, very cool. That's what I would be doing. As a matter of fact, I tried to make sure that we could all just show up in sweatpants, but no, I thought this evening deserved a little bit more. Like I said, I'm honored and I'm privileged to be your host for the 3rd straight year. But I'm lucky this year because I am not by myself. I have brought along friends, so let me introduce to you my co-host for the night, Kate Miner and Jason Ritter.
Hey, everybody! We are so excited to be here with Scott this year. He did it so amazingly last year, but he's got the support this year. So we are all honored to be here hosting this event tonight.
Yes, it's very exciting, and I also was excited to sort of dress up. It's the first time I've worn a tie in about 2 years, or been out of the house. So thank you all so much for being here. This means so much to all 3 of us and to the entire HD community. So, especially those of you who liked and retweeted and helped spread the word, thank you so much. And we're going to have a truly amazing, transformational night.
We are going to have so much fun, and I hope that you're also checking out the auction right now because we have an insane amount of just amazing auction items, and I think you will really enjoy looking through them, and we'll be talking about them throughout the evening as well.
Yeah, so the auction, I'm sure you guys have been following along with that online. I'm sure you understand what we're going to be doing all evening long. So get ready, grab some tissues. We are going to laugh. We are going to celebrate. We are going to spark hope. But we are also probably going to share some tears throughout the evening because what we're here fighting for is families who are dealing with HD, with Huntington's disease. We're fighting to try and find a cure. We're fighting to support everybody in our community. And you guys are such a big part of that. We're going to go on a journey tonight. But there's going to be moments of great joy as well. And there's going to be moments where we all just kind of sing along. Speaking of singing along, this next group is called The Edge Effect. They were a part of our show last year, and they're back now. They are part of the musical cadre of performers we have this evening. And they are good friends of mine. And Kate mentioned the auction. They are auctioning off an incredible, incredible item. They are auctioning off the chance for you to pick a song for them to arrange fully, a cappella, and shoot a video for you, specially guesting me. So everybody, please.
It's so cool. Mom, bid on it.
It's really cool. So any song. Any song.
Any song. I mean,
your song.
There's probably 1 or 2 songs they would veto.
Yeah.
But please, everybody, welcome my good friends, my former roommates, my former bandmates, The Edge Effect, singing a Beatles tune that all of us should be singing along with tonight as we come together. Take it away.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won holy roller. He got
Hello, everybody. As I said earlier, my name is Jason Ritter, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of history of how we got here, the origins of the Freeze HD event. So my story, and you'll be hearing lots of people's stories tonight, my story, my connection to HD is I first heard about it through Marianna Palka, who you'll meet in a minute if you don't already know. An incredible human being, writer, director, actor. She told me about it in like 1999 when I was 19. So you can do the math, but don't do the math. Just sit here and talk to me. And she told me about it and how she had seen her father go through it. He was still with us at the time. He passed away a little while ago. And she told me all about it. And years later, she decided to get tested, and she documented the entire thing in this little short film called The Lion's Mouth Opens, which I recommend you watching. And in the aftermath of that entire experience, we were all feeling a little bit helpless. And so my sister-in-law, really, Layla Parma, Lilu, and my brother Tyler, my sister Carly, my mom Nancy, we all started to come up with this thing. We wanted to just do one big party and raise money. We didn't think it was the first annual anything. We just were like, we all called in all the favors we could. People came in to help us. It was a huge moment for all of us. And we raised a bunch of money that night, and we thought that was it. And the next year, Kate Miner came in and picked it up and did the second annual, and every year after that we've been doing it, and it's become a thing that we now do every year. And from that first thing, which is, we just saw a music video about Come Together. This has always been about coming together and enlarging the Huntington's family so that it's not just families who are directly affected by Huntington's who are involved, it's all of us. And this event for these last years has raised over $1,350,000. And that's all you. That's all you guys. And if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming. We have so many incredible auction items. Imagine the idea that you can basically buy something awesome, and instead of the money just going away from your pocket to a person who's selling those goods and services, it goes to an incredible organization like HDSA, and you're going to hear so much about what they do and how exciting it is in this time for the Huntington's disease research community, and you are now a part of it. You've been recruited. You're watching this video. Thank you so much for coming. And coming up, you'll meet Marianna Palka. You'll meet her mother, Basia, one of the most incredible women also that I've ever met in my entire life. You got three amazing women coming up. Marianna, Basia, and then my incredible sister, Carly, who was there from the very beginning for Freeze HD. You're going to hear a song also with a lot of my family members. A lot of people came in together to sing this song. So please enjoy. Thank you for being here. Check out the auction. And bid on some favorites. You got a Zoom call with me. There's a Zoom call with Marianna. There's so many Zoom calls. There's a Zoom call with the Raising Dion cast. That's another one. But we'll be talking about auction items all night. Let's hear some videos and see some music. Here we go.
I want to thank everyone for coming via Zoom this evening. I can tell you guys are very good looking at your houses, looking very good and attractive in your pajamas. Thank you for attending this event yearly, even though we continue to be unable to do it in person. It makes it even more special. I have to thank Jason. I have to thank everyone who's hosting, because obviously you guys are so wonderful and we love you like family. I have to thank Jason's whole family and everyone who loves Jason, because Jason is the reason why I'm alive. I can't do this video. Oh, I'm gonna ruin my makeup, sorry, but Jason's family loved me so much from the beginning and helped me understand that I wasn't alone in a world where I felt like there were no answers to Huntington's disease like 20 years ago. And they still loved me, and I want you guys to know that, oh, it's ruining my makeup. God damn. Yeah, guys, I can cry on command. I'm an actress, but these are real tears. Yeah, no, but I should really save these for like Lady Macbeth or a play or something. These are good tears. If you're alone right now, or you feel like you don't know what to do, or you feel like everything is against you, you can be part of the Huntington's Disease Society of America, because they're saving lives every single day. And they sure as hell saved my ass and a lot of other people's asses. And I know that my dad is dead from this disease. It doesn't escape me. That's a fact that we live with every day. And my dad was so awesome, and I'm so glad that Jason got to meet my dad. And he got to meet him when my dad was sick. But thanks, Jason, for always regarding my dad as more than a sick person, and always seeing how classy he was and how smart he was and how emotionally complex he was. I'm so glad you got to hang with him and he got to thank you too. Anyway, maybe I'll make another one of these that isn't a crying fest. Otherwise, I just love everyone who's involved in this evening, and if you're watching, just know that we really care about you, and we're all part of one family, and we love you guys for that. And thank you so much to everyone who's making these evenings possible, because without you guys, we're nothing. So all the love to the crew. Love you guys, bye.
Hi everyone. Thank you for supporting Freeze HD. I place my hope in the science now, and they are doing just such wonderful work. So of course, the more kind of finances they can get to do the research, the better. So let's put our hope in that. Have a great program, I'm sure you will, on the 25th. And just to say, yes, when Nina and Marianna's dad first showed signs of Huntington's, it was an extremely painful time. But as I say, the hope is there now. And at this point, could I just thank the Ritter family for being so supportive. They are just wonderful. Nancy, Carly, Tyler, and of course Jason, who has just put in so much work into Freeze HD every year. Thank you, Jason. Have a good time and see you all soon, hopefully. Bye.
Hi, I'm Carly Ritter. Thank you so much for being here tonight, for learning about and supporting the work of the Huntington's Disease Society of America at our 7th annual Freeze HD event. I'm honored tonight to share a song with you that I first heard on a mix that Marianna Palka made for me. It's a beautiful old Scottish-Irish folk song that was sung by the Coreys on this mix. And at HDSA, we like to say that family is everything, so I thought I would ask some family to join me. And I'm proud to introduce my cousin Evan Morgan on lead vocal and guitar, my cousin James Morgan also on guitar and singing harmony, my mom Nancy Morgan Ritter and I singing some more harmony, and my uncle David Morgan, who is one of the great singer-songwriters, adding his sublime harmony too. So thank you. I can't say thank you enough for being here. Please continue donating and bidding on auction items. Every penny helps us support this community we love so much, and your solidarity means more than we can say. And I hope you enjoy the song. And I send this with love to the Palka family and all of our HD family who is here tonight and all over the world. So thank you.
Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go deep glens in Riri, and return with their spoils. Say the power, oh my dearie, will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to the wild mountain tide, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, then I'll surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
What a fantastic performance. Thank you, Marianna, for sending that video in. And Basia, just so full of light and energy and just positivity. I love those two women endlessly, and Carly and the whole Ritter family. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm sitting here in front of just like a third of the auction items that we have at our incredible auction. I'm sitting in a Lucifer chair. It's not quite Lucifer's throne, but a Lucifer chair that is part of an awesome Lucifer pack. But I just wanted to introduce you to our auction and everything that we have in it. We really do have something for everyone in this auction tonight. We have something for every single age. We've got something for the little ones, the slumberkins over here, these cute, cute, cute slumberkins. They come with books with messages of empowerment and creativity and love for little ones. We have something for the adults that are still kids. We got a ton of video game stuff up here. We got a Scorpion helmet signed by Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, as well as an Xbox that's signed by him here, which is just crazy. We also have an Xbox signed by Todd Howard, the head of creative at Bethesda Studios. They do Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and I mean, we've got something for everybody. If you love TV, well, we've got plenty of signed posters, plenty of Zoom calls with stars. You can see this shameless poster up here, which people are going nuts over right now, as well as Lucifer, Friday Night Lights, Heart of Dixie, Raising Dion, just Zoom calls out the wazoo with some of your favorite actors from some of your favorite shows, including not a Zoom call, but another. This is my guilty pleasure, Survivor, but we have an actual board, an actual authentic prop from this season of Survivor, and a signed note from Jeff Probst. If TV's not really your thing, but you love sports, well, we've got tons of sports memorabilia too. We got a football signed by Michael Irvin here. We have back here in the back, and it's low right now. You can get it for $250 as of right now. This is the 40 top prospects from the 2019 NFL Draft. We're talking Kyler Murray, T.J. Hawkinson, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel. It's just signed by every single one of them, the top 40 of that class. And we have a jersey on the other side that's signed by those same 40 players. We have some incredible stuff for people that are fans of everything out there. Speaking of being a fan, I know a lot of you are a big fan of a gentleman named Tom Ellis. He has a Zoom call as well, and a bunch of Lucifer stuff in the auction. And he's going to come and talk to you in just a moment after my good friend Zach Gilford, who you might know as Matt Saracen from Friday Night Lights. We got a signed Jason Street jersey up there. And we've also got a signed Matt Saracen jersey, and we've got a Texas Forever Zoom call with myself and Zach, and I'm going to let him tell you all about that right now. Listen to me, though, guys. We have something for everyone in this auction. We've got food, we've got in-home wine tastings, we've got something for everyone. So please peruse the over 100 items that we have. Every single auction that is won tonight, every dollar that we earn in this auction goes to the HDSA, the Huntington's Disease Society of America, and helps us support families who are battling HD right now, and helps us hopefully one day very soon find a cure for this devastating disease. So let me introduce you to two of my best friends in the industry, Zach Gilford and Tom Ellis. Take it away, Zach.
Hey, what's up? Zach Gilford from Friday Night Lights. I played Matt Saracen. Anyway, thank you so much for attending the Freeze HD event tonight, and I'm so excited to be a part of this for the first time. Truthfully, the only reason I never have before is because I'm really bad at text message and voicemails, and I always responded to Scott too late. Which brings me to my next point, which is Scott. I've known him a decade and a half now. We met when we were testing for Friday Night Lights, and I actually gave him a ride home back to his hotel. And we were both leaving. We're like, I hope you get it. Well, I hope you get it. We've been tight ever since. Beginning of the show, I slept on his couch for a couple weeks while I found a place to live, and then we became roommates, and you know, we've just been close friends and stayed in touch ever since. I love his family. I love his beautiful, amazing, kind wife, his amazing children, and you know, I would do anything for them. So, point being, we are auctioning off a Texas Forever Zoom call. 48 minutes, that's a full 4 quarters of high school football, to get on a Zoom with me and the OG QB1, Scott Porter, Jason Street, and you can ask us anything, anything appropriate. It could be football, it could be Friday Night Lights, it could be life advice, whatever you want. But I'm super excited to do it, and you know, I hope you bid on it. So I'm just excited to be helping this, you know, great cause, supporting Huntington's Disease Society of America. You know, tell everyone, even if they're not there tonight, that they can just go online to hdsa.org/bid to take part in the auction, or if they just want to throw some cash at it, help out, be kind, they can donate at hdsa.org/freezehd. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for whatever you buy in the auction. And I can't wait to see you on that Zoom call. All right, have a good one. Peace.
Hello everyone, it's Tom Ellis here. Now thank you for being part of this, the Huntington's Disease Society of America's annual Freeze HD event. I became involved in this a few years ago through my dear friend Scott Porter and his wife Kelsey. And over the years, they've managed to raise a huge amount of money for people suffering from Huntington's disease and for families affected by people suffering from Huntington's disease. This year is no exception. We're going to try and raise the roof and see if we can beat last year's total of over $220,000, which is incredible. So, how can we do that? We can go and bid on the auction, and I'm offering 2 fantastic lots this year. I shall read them out to you. You're going to be so excited. The first lot is a 30-minute Zoom call with myself and 3 friends of your choosing, and it's going to be hosted by the wonderful Scott Porter, which is the icing on the cake of that deal. There will be a signed series finale script, 2 signed exclusive season 5 hats, signed season 3 chairback with my name on it. It was my chairback. An exclusive season 5 cast and crew rollerboard luggage piece with Lucifer 5 embroidered on the side. You will be the envy of everyone at the airport. That's the first lot. The second lot is a Lucifer cast and crew exclusive package. It involves a cast and crew season 5 rollerboard luggage piece, a signed cast and crew season 5 hat, a signed cast and crew season 6 hat, a signed series finale script, a cast and crew season 4 hoodie, a cast and crew season 6 mask, and a cast and crew season 6 wrap gift beach bundle with signed cooler bag, flip-flops, foldable beach chair and a beach blanket, and a signed season 3 cast chairback. And all of these things are indeed signed by me. How do you bid for them? You go to hdsa.org/bid, and basically you go and find these lots, and then you put as much money as you think you can possibly put on them to try and win them. And we can raise some more money for the HDSA. It will be amazing. Mwah.
Okay, whew. Is anyone else just like kind of going crazy for Tom Ellis? Okay, you can Zoom with him, and that is a pretty crazy auction item right now. I know people are really excited about it, and I just watched that video, and he's just so cool, you guys. Just keep bidding that up. I don't know, I want it so bad. I'm not gonna get it, but someone's going to. There's so many cool auction items here, but we should talk for a sec. We are raising money for such a good cause tonight. The money that you raise here goes to help all the families that are affected by Huntington's disease. One of those families is actually my own. My mom and my 2 sisters have Huntington's disease, and you're hearing about it from lots of these videos, but it's a really terrible disease. It's one of the worst, sometimes called the mother of all neurodegenerative diseases. So it's really important that we're doing this here tonight, and we're raising awareness, and we're letting people learn about what this disease is. And so I'm gonna go back to the auction now, though, because that is the reason we're here, is to raise money and get people supported that have this disease. And some of the things we have here, you guys, so many cool things. I'm gonna leave, the guys are gonna talk about the video games and the sports ball stuff. It's not what I do. But we do have some cool things here. We've got some amazing handmade earrings. These were made by my good friend, India de Beaufort. They're insane. June Riot's the brand, they're awesome. We have beauty kits. This is Coco Rose Beauty. It's amazing, it's all I use. It's cool, I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but it's awesome. We have 2 different hair baskets. We've got Paul Mitchell. It's so much cool stuff in here. We've got Bumble and Bumble. We just have so many amazing things. We've got a cooking experience with Nancy Silverton. You can't go wrong. And of course, I hope you're bidding on this amazing Shameless poster signed by the entire cast. You guys, it's really cool. It's the final season, so you're not gonna get to see that again. So I hope you'll keep bidding that up. And we also have some more cool people that are gonna be talking soon. Noel and Layla Fisher. Noel is one of the signatures on this amazing poster, and you guys, he's also gonna be at the after party. So I know some people in chat are wondering about that, and the answer is yes, he'll be there. And then Todd and India are gonna be speaking. India will also be at the after party, and she's also the one that made those earrings. So stick around, there's just so many people that are gonna be talking tonight, and some pretty cool musical performances are coming up here in a sec too. So yeah, I hope you guys are having fun. And now I'd like you to hear from Noel and Layla.
Hi guys.
Thank you for joining us here in support of HDSA and families affected by Huntington's.
I'm sure by this point of the program you guys have heard a lot about Huntington's, how it affects people and families, and how truly horrific this disease is. Noel and I hadn't heard much about Huntington's. We didn't know much until we met our good friend Kate Miner, who educated us and helped us get involved in this cause. And we are so happy to be here.
Yeah, and while you're here, please go over and donate if you can, and head over to the silent auction, because you might be able to win a sweet cardboard tube. Yes. No, it is a season 11 Shameless poster that's signed by the entire cast. It's our final season, so this is a pretty special little poster, and you might be able to snag it at the silent auction.
Yes. And if you can't donate right now, no worries. Maybe take this opportunity to learn more about Huntington's and how you can help in other ways by checking out hdsa.org.
Yes, and please come join us at the after party, which is going to be live streamed. We'll be there. We'll be able to hang out, have a lot of fun. We'll be able to talk a little bit. You should come join us.
We'd love to have you there. See you guys soon.
Bye. See you then.
Hi, my name's Todd Grinnell, and I wanted to thank you all for coming to this year's Freeze HD event. Like many of you, I have dear friends who have Huntington's disease, so your participation in this event and all the others and everything you do means the world to me and everyone in the community. So thank you again for being here. While you're here, if you're inclined to, if you're able to, please feel free to make a donation to hdsa.org. Check out our auction. If you want to learn more about Huntington's disease and how devastating it is, please visit hdsa.org. And as always, please spread the word. The more people who know about Huntington's disease and how devastating it is, the faster we can help the scientists on the front lines find a cure. So thank you again for all of your love and your energy and your support. Let's freeze HD.
It's a party. We're having a party. Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the HDSA.org virtual event. You, yes, you, thank you so much for coming. My name is India, and I am so excited to be one of the hosts this evening. My best friend, Kate, comes from an HD family, so I've been fortunate enough to get to know the HD community a little bit over the last few years, and I cannot think of a better cause for us to all be out there tonight fighting for than finding a cure for Huntington's disease. What can you do to join the fight? Well, you can post, you can tweet, you can share, you can tell your friends, you can spread awareness, and most of all, you can donate. And one really amazing way to donate is to go and bid on some auction items. I myself have donated a pair of earrings for tonight's auction. I have a company called June Riot. I hand make the pieces, so there are a pair of earrings sitting there made with love for you to take home. So go and bid and grab those. Let's crack out those checkbooks. Let's get signing and let's get sending money towards a phenomenal cause, and let's help find a cure. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Sending tons of love, and thank you again for being here. Mwah!
Whew. The items. Everybody's talking about the items. The auction is going very well. How much have we raised? Anybody?
$170,000.
Guys, we're at $170,000 raised for the Huntington's Disease Society of America right now. I have to say thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, this is a night of celebration. We are celebrating all of us coming together. One of the mottos of the HDSA is family is everything, and we are all family. All of you out there watching right now are family, and I am incredibly excited. I said earlier we're going to have some live music this year. We don't have them all in videos, and I am incredibly excited to introduce this next act. Two of our most talented family members, Kate Miner and her husband Justin, otherwise known as Miner. Take it away, y'all.
I can be your father's echo. Always three sheets set me sailing to the store. If you're spinning on your compass, oh, but my humble ship will keep you warm. So love I love to love you better than every swain who left a shadow on your skin. I've been sleeping on your primrose path. So won't you lift my God and let me in? Come what come may. Come what come may. you'll find a quiet meadow where you stop to see who might be left behind. Now you'll be running from my open arms, but I'll be loving you to the day I'm gonna die. Oh, oh, hey, come on, come here. Oh, come on, come here. Hey, hey, come on, come here. Oh, come on, come here.
Hello everyone. Bryce Dallas Howard here, and I am at the Albert Memorial in London. Just super cool. I wanted to take a second to thank everyone for getting tickets for the Freeze HD event this year to support and raise awareness for Huntington's disease. As some of you may know, one of my best friends on the planet, an incredible woman, Marianna Palka, has been diagnosed with the gene, and finding a cure would not only help her, but the thousands of individuals with this disease and those that have also tested positive for the gene. So raising awareness is key for more research, more funding, so that we can ultimately fight and win this. So yet again, thank you so much for joining virtually this year, and I am sending you all so much love from a very cloudy UK.
HDSA, oh, thank you so much for all of your incredible work, for being a charity that I can put my resources and know they're going right to the source, for being so committed to accountability and transparency. It's so important. Thank you for educating me on what Huntington's disease is. I had no idea what it was until I found out that a dear friend of mine has Huntington's disease. And from there, I went on to explore and understand how it works, how it's treated, and how you move forward with something like this. And most importantly, how I can support, how I can show up. So yeah, this is an ongoing fight, and there has been so much growth and so many important, life-changing, world-changing strides that have been made in the recent years. And I just look forward to all the upcoming developments that I know we will see. Thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much, Bryce and Paige, two warriors in this journey with us. I so appreciate you guys. That was an incredible musical performance that had the theme of coming together right, baked right in there. Sometimes Mike runs out of batteries, and you make do, and that's what we've all been doing here. We're fixing problems on the fly. That was just so beautiful. I've cried twice tonight, and that was one of the moments. So thank you so much for being here. Another little piece of history. I'll be your history guy this evening. This is why I dressed sort of like a teacher. So on September 18th, 1967, Marjorie Guthrie basically formed the Committee to Combat Huntington's Disease just a few short weeks before her husband, the incredible musical legend Woody Guthrie, passed away from Huntington's disease complications at the age of 55. And from that little meeting, all those years ago, we are here today. And we have a very special guest who I met many years ago, and I think that at the first Huntington's Disease Society of America event that Marianna and I ever went to, Nora Guthrie, who has a beautiful, beautiful story about the genesis of of why we're all here today. And we're so grateful for her continued support. And you know, we have these little building blocks, and we each are building on each other's pieces, and this is the foundation. So without any further ado, here's Nora Guthrie with the beautiful story of her parents.
Hi everyone, I'm Nora Guthrie, and Woody Guthrie's daughter. You know, a lot of times when we talk about Huntington's disease, there's a lot of emphasis on the drugs that are available and the science that's going on, the research that's going on. And for me, I keep thinking back to the early days when my father was first diagnosed with Huntington's disease. Because for me, it's really, in large part, a love story. When my mother met my father in 1941, he was a young, healthy folk singer, and she was a dancer with the Martha Graham Dance Company. They fell in love, and many, many years later, he started showing symptoms of Huntington's disease. And it's really what she did and how they dealt with it that has moved me, and hopefully will move you and give you all some courage and some insight into how to live with Huntington's disease. My mother took care of my father for the 15 years that he was hospitalized with the disease. And by that I mean she fed him, she had to dress him, she brought him home on weekends so that he could be with family and friends and have hootenannies on Sunday afternoons in our living room. We had a lot of his friends that would come over, like Pete Seeger, Sonny Terry, and Brownie McGee. And then even the young Bob Dylan came by with some of his buddies to play music with my dad. But basically, my mother hosted this life so that he could have a life, even while having Huntington's disease. In addition, she also invented lots of ways to take care of patients with Huntington's disease. At the time, there was no one to talk to. There was no doctors that knew anything about it. There were no centers of excellence. There was no research being done. And she just intuitively and through her own impulse of helping and loving and caring for him. One of the things I remember her doing was taking all of the buttons and zippers off of his clothing when he was having trouble getting dressed. And she was the first person to put elastic at the top of pants. This is before sweatpants were invented or used on a daily basis anyway. She would feed him huge chocolate cakes when he came home to get those calories, because she understood that when you're moving constantly with Huntington's, you're burning calories, and how important it was to keep those calories coming into the body. There were so many things like that that I think of growing up with a parent with Huntington's and watching how my parents dealt with each other during such a hard time and being so alone in the world. When my father passed away in 1967, my mother put an ad in the Times, the New York Times. If anyone knows anything about Huntington's disease, please call me at Virginia 80249. And the next week, a man called, and the two of them got together and sat and had tea and compared what their lives were like. She put the ad in the paper again. A couple of weeks later, a couple more people called. And over the next couple of months, they had a group. A group was a committee. And they called it the Committee to Combat Huntington's Disease. And that's how it all started. It started with one woman who loved a man, and a man who loved a woman. And because of that deep love that they had for each other, all of this has grown out of that. And I know all of you have someone that you love or are loved by someone who loves you. And the same beautiful life of love and hope that can grow out of that feeling. It has spread around the world, from my little kitchen where my mother first met another person with Huntington's, and now it's all over the world. So I love you all, and let's use the power of that love to keep branching out and keep reaching out to help each other and to help those who have this disease, and help the research scientists and the pharmaceutical companies and the kids and the families. We can live with this, and we can also get past this all together. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, I'm Clare Dunn, and I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of the 7th annual Freeze HD event. HDSA has been near and dear to my heart for a little while now, as a family friend of ours has been affected by Huntington's disease. So I encourage everyone to go bid on the amazing auction items. Be sure and get your ticket for the VIP after party, and thank you all so very much for being a part of this. This is my song called Holding Out for a Cowboy, and it's available now everywhere. Done playing these city boy games, done chasing those red-eye planes, and killing myself to reheat a flame. Done wondering who's on his line and what he's doing with all his time, and if I'm good enough for him to be mine. I just need a love that's simple. He could wear a Stitz and no resistor, 'cause I'm needing something good down to the core, who keeps it easy to love like Sunday morning, the strong and silent type, who makes me his first choice. That's why I'm holding out for a cowboy. Yeah. Blue jeans and riding his horse, rough hands and a real strong core, throwing a good woman, and he don't need much more. God, I know he exists, so I'll keep on waiting on him, my salt of the earth gentleman. I need something to last forever, like boots and good leather. Yeah, I'm needing something good down to the core, who keeps it easy to love like Sunday morning, the strong and silent type, who makes me his first choice. That's why I'm holding out for a cowboy. Yeah, oh, I'll be damned, look who's walking up to me. He's even better than he was in my dreams. He must have known that I needed someone good down to the core, 'cause he's so easy to love like Sunday morning. He's the strong and silent type, and he makes me his first choice. That's why I was holding out for a cowboy. So worth holding out for a cowboy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nora, so much, and thank you, Claire, for sharing with us. I wanted to share with everybody out there what my personal connection with Huntington's disease is. Shortly after my wife and I got married, we found out that my mother-in-law had Huntington's disease and was symptomatic. As soon as we found that out, my wife knew she had to go get tested, because every child of a parent with Huntington's disease has a 50-50 shot of inheriting the gene that will eventually cause your body to break down. My wife got tested, and she is gene positive. So I'm fighting on two fronts. I'm fighting for my mother-in-law, that we create a community that can support her and help her through her journey battling Huntington's disease currently. And I'm fighting for my wife that we find a cure for this thing. So I eventually don't have to sit down and maybe explain to my 2 children what Huntington's is completely and what it's doing to her mother. And, you know, there are a lot of families out there going through this very thing. And right now, if you are diagnosed with Huntington's disease, you have to wait 2 years before you can receive Medicare benefits. That is 2 years too long for a disease that is described as being ALS, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's all rolled into one. It affects your body, it affects your mind, it breaks you down cognitively and physically. For someone to have to wait 24 months before this country will step in and help them, it's incredible to me. So HDSA, as well as many others in the Huntington's disease family, are out there trying to get something passed called the HD Parity Act. That's where you don't have to wait 2 years, but we need everyone's help. We need everyone's help to get benefits immediately for those who are battling this terrible, terrible disease. We have to reach out to legislators. Sorry. It's tough to talk through this sometimes. I feel comfortable enough with you guys out there to share this story, but we have to reach out to legislators. We have to reach out to people in our local government. We have to get this word to go up and up and up. A few years ago, ALS Parity Act was passed, allowing people who are diagnosed with ALS to kind of get their benefits immediately. The same thing needs to happen for Huntington's disease. So please, if you're here tonight and you're struggling, you can't donate, you can't bid on an auction, but you're just here to support, one way that you can do that is to reach out to your local legislators. Tell them about this thing. Tell them that we need to pass the HD Parity Act. You can also go to hdsa.org/takeaction and join us in the fight there. Thank you so very much. One way to really find out what's going on in the world of HD is to go to hdbuzz.com. That's right. HD Buzz has 2 of the biggest rock stars in the Huntington's disease community, and Dr. Jeff Carroll and Ed Wild. If you've ever seen these guys in person, they get a room to just explode with excitement, with hope. And that's what we're doing here tonight. I've told you my story. You've heard Kate's story. You've heard Jason's story as well. We wouldn't be here right now fighting if we didn't believe that there is hope for the future, if we didn't believe that everybody out there with us right now can help us find our way to beat this thing, to fight and to go forward. And 2 of the guys that are on the vanguard of that, like I said, Dr. Jeff Carroll and Ed Wild from HD Buzz. So here they are. Get your popcorn ready and pour yourself a big old drink, because they're going to be telling you a lot of information. We'll see you guys in a bit. Take it away, Jeff and Ed.
Hi, everybody. Thanks very much for coming tonight and for your attention to this really important issue and your participation with HD Freeze. I very much wish that we were together in Southern California, if only because it's horribly rainy up here in the Pacific Northwest. My name's Dr. Jeff Carroll. I am one of the co-founders and editor-in-chief of HDBuzz.net, who's one of the beneficiaries of the great work that you guys are doing here tonight and that HD Freeze has traditionally done over the last few years. So I'll just tell you a little bit about HD Buzz and where it came from and why we think it's important, which explains why we're so excited about HD Freeze and its support of HD Buzz, as well as HDSA and other really incredibly important charities within the Huntington's disease space. So just by way of history, I come from a Huntington's disease family. My mother was affected and ultimately died of Huntington's. She had a large family and 6 kids, and like so many other families, we had to face the fact that meant that half of us would inherit the mutation, and unfortunately 4 of us had. So unless research is successful and we're able to develop effective therapies, that means the 4 of us eventually will develop symptoms and suffer the same fate as my mom. And that's really depressing and sad and terrible. And Huntington's disease is a terrible neurodegenerative disorder. But the truth is that of all the times to be a person affected by something like this, now is now is an amazing time to be in this terrible situation. And one of the things that makes it better is information, right? So when my mom's generation found out about HD in their family, they didn't talk about it. It was very shameful. They hid people. My grandmother lived in a nursing home and no one talked about what was happening with her, and it was awful. And it's still pretty bad, but we have the ability to use our better information to be compassionate for the people affected, to understand what's happening to them and that it's not their fault, and to be excited and interested in the research that's giving us a lot of hope for effective therapies, hopefully for this generation of HD and certainly for future ones. And so as I came to understand the science of Huntington's a little better, I turned to the lab and started learning about Huntington's disease, eventually got a PhD and now work full-time as an HD scientist. As I went through that like self-education process, I realized that not every HD family member is as lucky as I was to be able to study HD science full time, and that most people, have day jobs and have to do stuff. And so I decided, with my good friend and colleague, Dr. Ed Wild, a clinician that you'll hear from in just a second, that it could be a really good thing for HD families to have high quality information about HD research written by HD scientists. Who were not actually the ones who did the piece of science that we want to communicate to the community. So sort of an objective but educated view of current HD science. And in 2010, believe it or not, Ed and I started this crazy operation, which we decided to call HD Buzz for reasons that are obscure and remain lost to history. And in the intervening years, Ed and I have been doing this, as a part-time gig. And it's brought great, I would say joy and engagement with us. It's been a wonderful way to interact with the HD community, which is really fantastic. Ed and I would much rather be there with you. We've had great fun at HD Freeze. It's a fantastic event. It's like weddings. It's like dancing and drinking and carrying on at a charity event is sometimes like, oh gosh, whatever. But Freeze is genuinely fun. And so on top of the importance of it and the really critical mission and the sad driving cause for us to be there, it's a super fun event, and we love hanging out with people in LA and having fun at Freeze, and we're just so sorry to not be there. We certainly will be next year, and we really look forward to it. So I wanted to take a second to say that me, Dr. Jeff Carroll, and Dr. Ed Wild, the founders of HD Buzz, have been doing this for quite a while. And we never wanted to be a monolithic voice in the HD community. So I wanted to let you guys know what your support is enabling. And part of that is bringing on some exciting new editorial staff. In our discussions, Ed and I have had the realization that probably there should be more than just Ed and I around, and we should get some fresh voices. And so I wanted to just take a chance for those of you who followed HD Buzz or are interested in what we're doing to let you know that we've brought on a few more part-time editors who have more of an editorial team and not just two old boring white guys. The first of those is Dr. Leora Fox, a fantastic researcher who left academia to work at HDSA, where she wears many hats and does incredible work. Is currently, maybe literally, doing incredible work by giving birth to a baby right now. So congratulations to future Leora, who probably will have had a baby. And we look forward to her coming back and joining us. She's a fantastic writer, and she really gets the patient community and understands what it is that people want to hear. So we're really excited to have Leora, in addition to her role at HDSA, continuing a writing and editorial role at HD Buzz. One of our other recent editorial additions, Southern California, I was going to say native, but Southern California resident, Dr. Sarah Hernandez, whose superpowers apparently include seeing the future, which is what I like about this picture. She looks like she knows what's coming. And dissecting fly brains, which is actually way harder than it sounds. So kudos to Sarah. She's got better hands than me. Sarah is a member of the HD community as well as a scientist, a fantastic addition. We're really, really jazzed to have her as part of us. Finally, Dr. Rachel Harding, seen here doing science in the sky in Toronto, apparently. Rachel's superpowers include getting genuinely nerdily excited about science every single day. And she's either the best actress in the world or she's not faking it. And so we're delighted to have that enthusiasm and experience and intelligence of all three of those fantastic scientists who are willing to join us at HD Buzz and as editors along with Ed and I. So we're really excited about that development of HD Buzz. Again, the support of Freeze and other events and the HDSA are critical to us being able to support all this and do what we do for HD families, which we are committed to doing until we don't need to anymore. And so as long as there's families out there that don't understand the science and that want to, we'll be there, and we'll be pleased to continue that role. We'll be glad when we don't need to do it anymore, but until then, we look forward to more interactions with you guys. Really look forward to coming down to HD Freeze, and I preemptively poured myself a drink so that it's after 5, don't worry, so that I could pretend I was at Freeze. So cheers. Thanks everybody. Thank you so much for your engagement in this event. And I think I'm passing off to Dr. Wild now. Thanks.
Hi everyone. I'm Ed Wild. I'm a neurologist and a Huntington's disease researcher based in London. And to prove it, outside my office window right now is an iconic double-decker London bus. That cost me a fortune to hire for the day. Jeff's told you about HD Buzz and how important Freeze HD is for HD Buzz, and how useful I hope that HD Buzz has been to many people in navigating the journey with this disease that we're all trying to deal with. What I want to talk about is what a crappy year it's been. It has, obviously the whole world has been enveloped by the COVID pandemic. But on top of that, in March, in very quick succession, we heard of 2 trial programs that had ended unsuccessfully. The biggest of which I think was the Roche tominersen program. You may have heard me talking about that drug, or heard HD Buzz talk about that drug at meetings, including at Freeze HD before. And the ending of that trial with a negative result, and the fact that that happened right in the middle of the COVID pandemic, when we weren't even able to meet up and hug each other and console each other and talk about what to do next in the usual ways, was obviously a huge blow to everyone. In fact, I feel like as a community, we need to collectively express our grief and anger about what a rubbish year it's been. So I'm going to mute my microphone, and I invite you to join me in selecting your favorite expletive or something to shout that expresses your frustration about the way things are going at the moment. I'll mute. We're all going to shout together as loud as you possibly can, a global primal scream against the current situation. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, and I'm back. I hope you feel better after that. And that's as long as we have to feel sorry for ourselves, because we need to get right back on the horse and do whatever comes next. So from the tominersen point of view, the data from that study came in a year earlier than expected. And there's a ton of data and it all needs to be analyzed. We don't know yet what the final outcome of that trial was in terms of how it affected each of the different kinds of people that were involved in the study. And it may be that it's possible to identify a subset of people, or to plot a path ahead based on some new dosing regime. My personal view is that the dose that was given turned out to be too high, and actually crucially lowering Huntington protein definitely is the best idea that we currently have to treat Huntington's disease. And we know we can do it. And we've also learned from the Roche program how we can use other measurements, so-called biomarkers, to help find the right dose of any Huntington lowering drug. You can look online for me talking in more detail about that. But the point is, even from a trial with a disappointing result, we learn from it and it moves us forward. And we use what we learn to help design better trials, or to help develop drugs that are more likely to succeed. There's a ton of cool stuff going on, and it's been going on this whole time. And I've been as excited about some of these other things as I have been about the tominersen program. So Huntington lowering can now be achieved with a pill. Instead of needing a drug to be injected into the spine, a pill can lower Huntington in humans. And there's now 2 drugs, one from Novartis and one from PTC Therapeutics, which have been shown to do that. We're also living in an age of gene therapy. There are people who have had an experimental virus, a good virus, injected into their brains, and injecting that virus will hopefully suppress the production of the harmful protein. And so in the next year, we can expect multiple new Huntington lowering programs that may behave completely differently from the Roche drug. We may also see a revival of the Roche drug in some other format, or it may be that Roche will move on to a next generation therapeutic. The point is, it keeps going, it all keeps going. But it's more important than ever, I think, with all of this turbulence and all of the ups and downs and all of these new approaches coming on stream. I think it's more important than ever that we have a reliable source of news and digestible, understandable information about Huntington's disease research that family members and others can turn to get the simple facts of the matter, because being prepared and being aware of what's happening is the first step on the road to becoming involved in, or helping your family members to become involved in future trials. So it's a setback, but let's hope it's darkest before the dawn. Certainly there's a ton of stuff about to happen, and from me at HD Buzz, I'm really grateful to you for all of your support. I hope you enjoy the evening. Stay tuned to HD Buzz, bid on the auction items, keep the donations rolling in, and together we will invent a brighter future. I hope that next time the event happens, we'll be able to finally catch up in person, have a big hug, and have a great time. Bye.
I'm a champion. See this title I got here? It's beautiful. It's signed by The Miz, by the way. If you don't know him from WWE, you might know him from Real World or The Challenge. Yeah, I watch a lot of The Challenge. You can bid on this right now. It's like only like $300. So anybody out there that's a wrestling fan, you also get 2 tickets to any Raw or SmackDown event across the country. That's pretty cool. Also, if you haven't watched Ginny and Georgia on Netflix, I happen to be Mayor Paul on the show. If you haven't watched it, unfortunately, we can't be friends, because like everybody else watched it, like 58 million people watched it. So if you did watch it though, myself and Brianne Howey, Georgia herself, are offering a Zoom call, a half-hour long Zoom. We've got a signed script here, also a signed poster that'll come your way. This is the season finale, episode 10, with the biggest cliffhanger on Netflix. So you can bid for that right now too. Right now it's only like around $300. You know, you're getting a steal. We've also got a Heart of Dixie Zoom call with Rachel Bilson, Zoe Hart herself, and Wilson Bethel, Wade Kinsella. You know, I know the song says run from Wade, but we want you to run toward Wade, run toward Wilson, and run towards Rachel and myself. There's also a second Heart of Dixie package, which has a cast and crew exclusive Heart of Dixie backpack. It says Bluebell and the year that it was established on it. You get a signed script, you get a signed DVD, which these are impossible to find. Is anybody else out there having a hard time finding DVD sets or like everything's digital? You can't find anything physical anymore. Yeah, and yes, I have a beer right now. Yes, I went and got a beer because that last segment that I spent with y'all kind of, woo. I hope you got a beer at home. Hope you got a glass of wine. Cheers with me. Thank you all for being here. I want to thank 2 more people that I was just talking about, Rachel Bilson and Wilson Bethel, for being here tonight as well. Here they are to tell you a little bit more about our Zoom. Take it away, Rachel.
Hey everyone, I am Rachel Bilson, and I am so honored and so privileged to be a part of this Freeze HD event for the 3rd time. Tonight, myself, Wilson Bethel, and Scott Porter are all auctioning off a 30-minute Zoom session with us, your favorite Bluebellians from Heart of Dixie, for you and a friend to hang out with us, maybe have a mint julep, a little cocktail half hour. It's so fun. We did it last year. bid on it tonight, please. We would love to hang out with you, see you, talk to you. And I, again, am just so thrilled to be a part of this event. And I look forward to meeting you. And thank you so much for bidding on our item or any of the other wonderful items that are up for auction tonight. Thanks again, and yeah, okay.
Hey there, this is Wilson Bethel. You may know me as Wade Kinsella from Heart of Dixie. I'm so excited to be part of the Freeze HD event this year for the third time and supporting my friends Scott Porter and Kelsey Porter, as well as everybody else involved with this event. This is a really exciting event and something really personal for me as well, having known Scott and Kelsey now for almost 10 years. In fact, maybe more than 10 years. Geez, we're old. Anyway, the point is that I was actually introduced to Huntington's in the first place through Scott and Kelsey, through meeting Kelsey's lovely mother many years ago, actually in Austin at a dinner. And I remember that being a real wake-up call to me in understanding and beginning to learn about what Huntington's disease was. And then when Scott's wife, Kelsey, was diagnosed while we were shooting Heart of Dixie, of course, that brought it home even more. And it made it really feel like a personal thing to have, at that point, a friend diagnosed with this really brutal and horrible disease. But of course, it's also something that we can do something about, which is why we're here tonight. Very excited to help raise money for this incredible charity that is doing so much right now. I think we've raised $1.3 million over the last 6 years. And of course, tonight, you bid on this incredible opportunity to have mint juleps with myself, Wade Kinsella, old George Tucker, and none other than Miss Zoe Hart. You can do that, maybe win a free signed script in the meantime. Of course, you guys should be bidding this item way up, all the way up. So please do your bids at hdsa.org/bid, and just tell them Wade Kinsella sent you. Big hugs, lots of love. Thank you for being here tonight, and hope to see you down in Bluebell next time. All right, peace.
There you have it. Rachel Bilson, Wilson Bethel, thank you so much for being here, guys. Someone else that is in the house tonight is someone that has been a part of our event for 3 years in a row now. When we decided to do a massive event in person at the Avalon in Hollywood, we needed a band to take the stage. I asked my buddy Brian Logan Dales if he would grab some really great instrumentalists around town, and he did, and we put on a show. Anybody who wasn't in that room, though, would recognize him from last year. He was one of the few people that were here with us in the room for our first live virtual event last year, where we raised $220,000 for the HDSA. He is one of the most genuine people I have ever met. Over the past 2 years, he got out of LA, like so many people. He went back home to Arizona, and he reconnected with his old band, the super talented band called the Somerset. And here to perform one of their old hits is Brian Logan Dales. Take it away, brother.
That was the best intro I think I've ever been given in my entire life. It's an honor to be here. I'm Brian from the Somerset. When the drinks come marching in, guess we blew the resolution. The evidence of last night scattered on the floor. We caffeinate our blood, talk religion and our families. Graduate, then separate, throw our caps into the air. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're crying on the curb. If you never scrape your knees, how you ever gonna learn? You never said that life was easy, but we're gonna make it work. Oh, oh, when you need me, I'll be there, a friend in the eye of the storm. And when all the lights burn out, I'll carry you out of the dark. I'll come to your rescue. Oh, 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 oh. Do you remember when we used to swing from streetlights, chasing New York minutes on Pacific time? If I didn't believe in you, why the hell am I still here? Like an hourglass that we lasted, even after all these years. When you need me, I'll be there, a friend in eye of the storm. And when all the lights burn out, I'll carry you out of the dark. I'll come to your rescue. Oh, 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 oh. When your ups and downs spin you round and round again. If you're dizzy now and your world is caving in, I'll come to your rescue. I'll come to your rescue when you need me. I'll be there, friend in the eye of the storm. And when all the lights burn out, I'll carry you out of the dark. I'll come to your rescue. One day the skies will clear, nothing to worry, no fear. I'll come to your rescue. Oh, 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 oh. And don't stop breathing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. I'll come to your rescue. I'll come to your rescue.
Over 30,000 Americans are suffering from Huntington's disease. At the very least, another 200,000 Americans are at risk of developing this horrible disease. Hi, my name is Brett Scallions, and many of you know me as the lead singer of the rock band Fuel. I'm here today to talk to you about Huntington's disease and for all of us to join together in the fight to help cure and hopefully get rid of this disease altogether. I'm gonna discuss with you the things that I'm gonna donate for Freeze HD, and also I'm gonna talk to you about why I'm doing this in the first place. Let's start with that. The original drummer of the rock band Fuel, his name is Jody Abbott, and right now he is battling this disease. He and his family are all dealing with this disease as we speak. So Jody's wife reached out to me. Her name is Amy. And Amy reached out to me to ask if there was anything I could do to help. And there was no way that I could not do something for this, because Jody is a dear friend from many years, and my heart hurts for him and his family for what they are going through right now to deal with this disease. So my donations to Freeze HD are, I have 6 copies of Fuel Something Like Human on vinyl. Last year was the 20th anniversary of the release of this album, and so they did a limited edition print of vinyl, which when this record originally came out in the year 2000, we didn't do vinyl. So this is a long time coming for this right here. So I have 6 copies of this, and they are colored disc. And this one, for instance, is blue and white. It looks pretty amazing. I'm gonna sign all of these, by the way. And me, I'm a huge record buff, so I collect vinyl. So I'm gonna give these to you the way I like for my vinyl to be treated, which I put them in this cool little sleeve, and then put the vinyl on the back of it there, so that way it doesn't cause the circle on the album artwork. So, like for instance, this one was blue. Let's see. This one is, let's see. This one is black and silver. So you don't know which one you're gonna get, but nonetheless, either way, it's gonna look really amazing. So let's see what else we've got here. Of the blue and white, we got a black and silver. Let's see what this one is. That's another blue. Anyway, there's a couple of other colors. I think there's an orange or maybe a red in here. Let's see, I think that's what this is. It's like a, there you go, like a reddish pink. So these albums online have been sold for as much as $250. It's really hard for people to find. And those aren't even signed. So these are gonna be signed. And right now I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna sign this for you right here. Right here, boom. You got me, I'm signed on that cover. So we're gonna auction these off and we're gonna make a lot of amazing money to help fight this disease, help find a cure, anything that we can possibly do to help minimize what this disease does. So for the last thing here that I'm gonna donate, this is a biggie, all right? As you see in the background here, that is the Something Like Human double platinum plaque that I was given by RIAA for selling over 2 million copies of the Something Like Human album. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna donate, this is 1 million. This is my personal plaque for selling 1 million copies of the Something Like Human album. I'm gonna sign this right now. Here we go. I'm gonna sign this right about here. And we're gonna donate this and we're gonna auction it off and we're gonna make some money to help fight this disease. This right here, you can put this in your living room, you can put this in your game room, you can put this in your bar, your restaurant, wherever you wanna put it. It doesn't matter where it goes. The main thing is spending the money to get this so the money can go to such an amazing cause, so we can help fight this disease, so we can help eradicate this disease. This disease doesn't deserve any more attention. This disease needs to be gone. This disease needs to be fully eradicated. This shouldn't even be an issue anymore. So let's fight this together. Let's pool our money together. Let's auction these items off and let's make some really good money for an amazing cause. Go to Freeze HD online auction at hdsa.org/FreezeHD. Once again, Freeze HD online auction at hdsa.org/FreezeHD. This is an amazing cause. We can all do this, okay? Let's do it together. God bless each and every one of you, and take care.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Coused Etting. I'm the author of Fade into the Bright, a book that came out earlier this year in which the main character's family is affected by Huntington's disease. This book is really special to me. It tells the story of two sisters who discover they are at risk for HD, and it really delves into the questions that Huntington's disease forces you to ask, though I also hope that it reflects so much of the love and the hope that I've also seen to be so strong in this community. When I was writing this book, I really hoped to tell a story that would resonate with lots of people, but even more so than that, I really wanted to shed a much bigger light on Huntington's disease for a larger audience of people who may not even know about the disease at all, because as we all know, education and awareness is such a key piece of fighting HD. So in addition to being an author, I'm also a screenwriter, and tonight I am donating a 30-minute Zoom Room writer session. This is a good item for all the aspiring writers and writers out there. You'll also get a signed copy of Fade into the Bright. You can use your time with me to talk about whatever you would like, whether you want to know more about how to get a book published or how to get a literary agent for film or TV. Maybe you have something you've been writing that you'd like an opinion on, or you know somebody who wants to be a writer or an author and would like that time. I'm here for you. Take a look at the auction and give a bid if you're interested. I just wanted to also say that I am so honored to be here tonight. I first learned about HD through my cousin's wife, Kate Miner, just after she and her mom and her sisters discovered that Huntington's disease ran in their family. And so through them, I have learned so much about the disease. They, of course, were my initial inspiration in writing this book, and Kate and her sister Jenny and her family were so helpful during that process. And honestly, the love and the strength and the tenacity that I see in their family and also this entire HD community consistently blows me away. And so that's why it's such an honor for me to be here tonight, and that's why nights like tonight are so important. So go ahead, take a look at that auction item, especially all you aspiring writers out there, and happy bidding.
So guys, Jessica is actually my cousin, and she is so cool and amazing. She's a fantastic writer. She actually wrote this book right here you can see, Fade into the Bright. She's one of tonight's sponsors, and this is a book about Huntington's disease. And she's just brilliant, and you can actually, if you look at the auction, you could win a Zoom session with her where she can talk about maybe the screenplay you're writing or the book you're writing, or if you just want to talk to her because she's fantastic, you should bid on that. So at HDSA, family is everything. That's kind of the saying that we have. So I wanted to take a quick second to talk to you about some of the resources that are available to families that are affected by Huntington's disease. I know when I found out that Huntington's disease was in my family, I did not know where to go. I didn't know where to find support. There wasn't a ton of people that I could find that were affected. So HDSA they were really important for me. They helped me find a community here. And what they offer to families that are affected, they have support groups, which I really recommend if you're someone that's at this event because you've just found out this is in your family, or you have it, or maybe you're deciding whether to get tested. There's support groups in your area, I promise. And if there's not, there's people close enough, and that's just so important to talk through it and to find that support. And there's telehealth as well. If you need like telehealth counseling, you can get that no matter where you are, just by going to hdsa.org, and they can help you find that and navigate the process of dealing with what it is to have Huntington's disease in your family or love someone that has Huntington's disease. They also have centers of excellence throughout the country, and this is where you can go to get world-class care if you are suffering from Huntington's disease. So I hope that if you're someone that has this in your family, or you're dealing with this yourself, or even if it's just difficult because you have a friend that's dealing with it or anything like that, I hope you'll go to hdsa.org and look at some of the resources that are available to you, because there are so many resources available to you. And you're not alone in this, and you should never feel like you're alone in this. I know that's hard. I've felt alone in this sometimes too. So I hope you'll check that out. You know, today we've been posting all over our socials and stuff about different families that are affected and their stories. So this next video, this is kind of a tough one. It's a beautiful video about a mother and her son, Nick and Mary, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and this might be a time to grab some tissues.
Uh-oh. Oops. Oh, you got it.
Oh. Fish hook in thumb.
What was that, hon?
Fish hook in thumb.
Fish hook in my thumb? Ow.
Yep.
If you were to describe Huntington's disease, it's a combination of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and ALS. All of those symptoms in one disease.
Six years ago, I ran a marathon, but but obviously I'm not running any work now.
Nick's father had Huntington's for almost 20 years until he died. And Nick has been sick for a number of years.
I would like people to know the difficulty with coordination and also talking, because I've been accosted by a few bouncers who thought I was drunk.
Where he lives now, the owner of the home says she loves to hear Nick in his room just laughing hysterically.
My mom is amazing.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yep. We're attached at the hip. Yep.
We knew that he was at risk for Huntington's. One summer when he came home from college, and that's when I figured out, oh my gosh, he's displaying the symptoms. I thought I knew, but I really didn't know the depth of the pain that you can feel when it's your child. And a child that had such a bright future. Well, I was thinking, has it changed how you look at life at all, having the disease?
No.
No? Okay.
I've always been a very positive person and also adventurous.
He had always wanted to go to Norway to see the fjords, and he had always wanted to go to India. I just felt like he had to have as many experiences, and he just didn't have any time to waste. He still loves to go to San Francisco. As a matter of fact, if I don't have it on the calendar, what day are we going to the city, Mom? He will be relentless until I schedule it. What are you gonna get?
Carnitas.
The carnitas. 2.5 years ago, he was living in San Francisco on his own. Right out of college, he got a full-time job as a hedge fund accountant.
I liked working with numbers of big companies.
I firmly believe that there is a treatment coming. Unfortunately, I now know that it will not be here in time to help Nick.
We're just going to go through and talk a little bit about what the study is going to be doing, trying to track the progression of Huntington's disease in as many people as we can.
I want to help people in the future. Research, it's the only way that I can see a cure.
Nose. Okay, and then we're gonna do up and down. Great.
Blue, green.
100 minus 7.
97.
Write a full sentence.
You're going to have to get up because, wait, just a sec. Let me get this. He had a little bit of a breakdown a couple of weeks ago. Stay there. Don't worry about it. He felt like people had forgotten him. He was crying for almost a half an hour over the phone.
Lately, I feel like I've been cut off. I feel like people are ignoring me.
So what would you like to tell people?
To stop ignoring me.
Good answer.
Now, seeing it and being a part of it at this difficult stage has been illuminating. And at the same time, it's the same funny, kind, snarky kid that I've always known.
Had a lot of good times.
Yep.
A few sad times, but we try to minimize those.
Yep.
Make the best of it.
Yeah.
If I could go back and say, knowing what I know now, would I make a different decision to have a child and to have Nick? I wouldn't change my decision. He's truly brought so much joy and love and an entire dimension to my life and to other people's lives. I would say treat him as you would anybody else. Look him in the eye. Try to ask him a question.
Sugar. Here. Outside, I have changed a lot lately, but inside, I have never changed.
Hey, sugar. Hey.
He still is, in the core, he's still Nick.
Those are the families that we are here for tonight. You know, in that video you heard the words uttered, I just don't want to be ignored anymore. And tonight, with Freeze HD, everything that we do all throughout the year with HDSA, we promise you, you are not ignored.
And you're not alone. And that's a really important thing that we hope you will take home with you tonight. You are not alone. If you are fighting this, we are here with you, and we are fighting with you, and there is a community, and there are resources, and you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone.
Yeah. It's, I know it can be confronting for people who have never heard about Huntington's disease before tonight. But this is what we're all fighting against, and you are now a part of this army. And thank you for being here. Thank you for taking a chance and spending your Saturday night with us. It means more to certainly the three of us than you know, and to the larger community, to people who are in this community, watching people who didn't know about this before come here tonight. It means a lot to them too. So. You're raising a lot of money. We have a total coming up that's very, very exciting. Keep bidding. Buy tickets to the VIP after party if you feel so inclined. And to talk more about what we're doing with this money that you are raising tonight is HDSA's chairman, Dr. Victor Sung.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight to support Freeze HD and the HD community. My name is Victor Sung. I'm chair of the National Board of Trustees for HDSA, and I'm also a neurologist and the director of the HDSA Center of Excellence here at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. By being here tonight, you support all the mission work of HDSA, including the Center of Excellence program. At the Centers of Excellence, for example, like at my Center of Excellence here at UAB, we provide multidisciplinary care for patients and families who come to visit us for care for their HD. When they come to see us in the clinic, they'll, in addition to seeing me as the neurologist, they may see a physical therapist, occupational therapist, speech therapist, nutritionist, social worker, psychologist, genetic counselor. We really try to provide all the aspects of care that a patient may need at any point in their journey with Huntington's disease. At a recent visit, at a new patient, first time to multidisciplinary clinic, and they had seen multiple members of the team. And at the end of the visit, when I went in to wrap up and leave them with the final recommendations to go home with, I asked them, so what's your take home? Like, what do you think the take home message is that you'll take with you home today from today's visit? And they said, well, obviously, hope. Everybody that came in to see me today provided me with a little bit more hope. And you guys with your energy give me hope for the future. And that's exactly the message that we want to be conveying with HDSA and with our Center of Excellence program. And again, thank you again for being here to support that and helping us as HDSA to expand our Center of Excellence program and to reach more families across the United States. Please donate at hdsa.org/freezehd, bid on the incredible auction items, and purchase a ticket to the VIP after party, where you can meet members of our host committee and win prizes. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for supporting the fight against Huntington's disease.
Zibby Allen here. I'm sending all of my love and support to the friends and family across the globe who are here today around Huntington's. I'm so proud of the HDSA for everything it's done to harness awareness and create community and resources and support for those of us who are impacted by Huntington's, either directly or indirectly. I became aware of Huntington's first through my dear friend and absolute inspiration, Marianna Palka. It's through her story that I really got on a deeply profound level how true it is that we are just all in this life together. We're in it together. And so for that reason, it's a real honor to be here, a part of this community in support and love. To those of you who are dealing with Huntington's in some capacity, any capacity, it's your stories, it's your resiliency that I find to be the most inspiring. So thank you for being here today and allowing me to take part.
Welcome back, everybody. I am on my second non-alcoholic beer of the night, so that's where I am right now. Here to talk to you about some more auction items. By the way, this is a fake beer. A little quick tie-in. If you want an authentic fake beer from the show You're the Worst, here's this. You can't drink it, but you can have it on a shelf. You can have it anywhere. Have it in your bath. Don't have it in your bath. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of amazing stuff. I have a Raising Dion Season 1 poster that I can personalize and sign for you. Could probably, I'll write anything on it. If you want an apology from the Crooked Man, I could probably get him to sign that. We also have a Raising Dion Zoom call with Alicia Wainwright and Dion himself, Josiah Young, and the creator, the showrunner, Carol Barbie, and hopefully many more people. Still trying to get all that done. And this guy, you see this guy? See this little child? Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, that's Jabba the Hutt. It's not. It's not even Yoda. So, what else do we have? We have so many incredible things here. Go online. There's trips. There's vacations. There's trips and vacations. Can you believe it? There's a beach getaway. There's a log cabin getaway. You want to go to Antigua? You want to go to Barbados? You want to put this belt on and go to St. Lucia? You can, if they let it on the flight. I don't know about going through the metal detectors with that. It may have to be in your checked baggage. I don't think that would go through carry-on. But look at all this. We got slumberkins, these beautiful slumberkins. My particular favorite is the fox. There's a show, the Slumberkin show, that's going to be coming on soon, and I'm going to be Fox Dad. Non-alcoholic beer. What else do we have? Look at this. Mortal Kombat. Finish him! That's what they say. He says, get over here and bid on some items. That's Scorpion. And we have so many things. There's a lovely Zoom call with my beautiful and incredible talented wife. You can ask her why in the world she decided to choose me. You can ask her how to be such an incredible actress. Zoom call with Melanie Linsky. You can bid on that. That's my wife. That's not two separate people. I have a Zoom call. Be more of this. I might even do 3 non-A, NABs, NABs. For that call. It's a heavy night, guys, so sometimes we got to just lighten the load. You know what I mean? We just got to lighten the load. By the way, those head twists are an homage to the late, great Chris Farley, one of my absolute heroes. Please come to the after party. I'll probably be on my 3rd by that point, so who knows what'll happen. I also, coming up, I would like to introduce 2 of my favorite people, 2 of the funniest and most multi-talented human beings on the planet, Simon Helberg and Kimmy Gatewood. Thank you so much for sending in your videos and being a part of this whole incredible night. Simon's going to be at the after party. Show on up. It's not alcoholic. I'm just a little loopy. Anyway, bid on the items. Come to the after party. Thank you for being here. It means so much to all of us. We love you. We're so excited. We're raising so much money. There's going to be a big total coming right up. But first, these messages.
Oh, hello. I'm Simon Helberg. I just docked here. Not a bad spot. I don't have food or change of clothes, but well, while I have a moment, I wanted to say thank you for supporting Freeze HD. They do wonderful work, and I am a big supporter of them. And actually, Jason Ritter is one of my oldest friends. He won't tell me how old he is, but he says he's really old, so I don't know if that's true, but he looks good. So anyhow, I do have to figure out how to get to some shelter tonight, but thank you for supporting Freeze HD, and I just wanted to send love. Simon Helberg, over and out.
Hi, it's Kimmy Gatewood sending lots and lots of love to all the families out there and to the HDSA for their amazing work. Sending love and thanks to Jason, and a very special headlock hammerlock to my glow sister Marianna as she continues her work to pile drive Huntingtons. I love ya. Mwah.
Well, if you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. So don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come and not about the things that you've done. If your life has been bad to you, just think of what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone.
To see you smile, if it takes just a little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. Just think what tomorrow can do. So don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. So yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Don't you look back. No. Don't you look back. No. Ooh. Don't you look back. Don't you dare look back. Ooh. Don't you look back.
I hope you all are having a good time out there tonight. Remember, it's a difficult thing we're fighting against, but it doesn't mean that we always have to feel hopeless. We should be full of hope for the future. You know, we are here tonight as a family. The Huntington's Disease Society of America, one of their mottos is family is everything, and it really, truly is. We are raising money with the auction. Whew, I mean, look at this thing. Jared Padalecki's hat from Walker. Man, he's got a big head. He's got a giant head. But this can be yours. He wore it on the show. On the inside, it says it's for his character. It's crazy. We have awesome stuff for people who love like Star Wars Rebels. We've got a signed and personalized Mark Hamill Star Wars poster. Go and find the auction. It is incredible. But some other people that we could not do this without, other people in our family of sponsors. Tonight, we are so proud to have our gold sponsors in Unicure, our silver sponsors, Fade Into the Bright, which you heard talked about earlier from Jess, Milkman and Marin Foods, our bronze sponsor, CPM, Fake Empire. They produced Heart of Dixie. And, you know, that just goes to show you, like, this town, this business, people think of LA a certain way, but no. There's so much family here. You know, they keep on coming along for the ride. This is their 4th year in. It's awesome. The Sipic Group, Tammy and Jessica Kane, of course, holding it down in Texas. Let's go, Lone Star State. Our bar sponsors, After Hours Theater Company, the Gersh Agency, Philip Coused, the Rotary Club, Studio City in Sherman Oaks, the Impact Agency, Torn to Ribbons Productions, Inc. That is my old pal Riley from Scorpion. If you ever watched that show, yeah, he was little. Now he's not so little anymore, and he's a bar sponsor. We've got 12 Rivers Realty, also holding it down in Texas. Our friend sponsors, Alyssa Schwartz, Boothatron Solutions, David, why? It makes me laugh every time. Brillstein Entertainment Partners, Carly Ritter, Eric and April Williams, Force Environmental, Inc., Lazarus Goldberg and Associates, Nassif Dow, Pathfinder Partners, Teresa O'Hearn, and Big Yellow Dog Music. That's family. All of those people show up for us almost every single year. We hope that everyone out there that is watching this, that feels like for a little while you may have been lost, if you're in a family that's just found out that you are joining this family against your will, know that we are here for you. Know that there are so many people out there across this country that are there for you. Family is everything, and thank you for being a part of our family tonight. I am thrilled to introduce a couple other family members of mine, the extended family. I talked about Ginny and Georgia a little bit earlier, and the lead actress on that show, Brianne Howey, her and I worked together on Heart of Dixie and then reunited in Ginny and Georgia. And she came along for the ride this year. We've got that Ginny and Georgia Zoom call with a signed script, signed poster. She's here to talk a little bit about our auction item and say hi to you all. And then actually, this guy is now my next door neighbor. It's kind of crazy. Patton Oswalt, and he has this awesome auction item. If you live in Los Angeles, he does something called Patton and Friends at the Largo, where he does a full comedy show, and he is offering 2 tickets to that once-a-month comedy show. You never know who's going to show up. I mean, everybody from Chappelle all the way down has shown up at this thing. You get to go see the show, and then go backstage and meet and greet with him and all of the comedians from that night. Here to tell you a little bit more about those 2 awesome auction items and say thank you for coming this evening. Our 2 members of our extended family that are joining us for the first time this year, Brianne Howey and Patton Oswalt. Take it away, y'all.
Hey you guys, I'm Brianne Howey. I just wanted to say hi and thank you so much for being a part of this Freeze HD event. I had the privilege of getting to work with Mr. Scott Porter during season 1 of Ginny and Georgia. And that was when he first mentioned to me all of this incredible work that he's been doing with HDSA and how near and dear this foundation is to his heart. So you guys are in for such a treat tonight. There are 100 items being auctioned off, one of which is a 30-minute Zoom with me and Scott called All's Well in Wellsbury. We are item number 188, so please bid on us. We can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to catch up. This is my first time getting to do this in this capacity, so thank you so much for having me. It's such a privilege, and thank you everybody for being here to support HDSA. So have a great time, and best of luck bidding.
Hey guys, it's Patton Oswalt. Listen, I was going to shoot this on stage at the Largo last night. I completely blanked. So now I'm shooting it inside my dressing room. So it's still kind of Hollywood, isn't it? Look, a little face shield. I don't know. So, this is a free tickets for 2 people to go to my Patton Oswalt and Friends show at the Largo. 1 Sunday a month. You can pick which upcoming month you want to go to, and afterwards you come backstage, you meet me, you meet the other performers. You never know who's going to be on the show. This is an amazing deal. So bid on it, help out the cause, and I'll see you there.
Hey guys, we're back. I'm actually supposed to talk more about the auction right now, but it's really, really, really tough to follow Jason Ritter. So I can't. He's too something. So Jason, would you just come back on? And Scott, I feel like if Jason's here, we might need your help too. If you could.
What? You need me?
The night is going great, guys.
The night's going great.
This is going very well. Yeah, I'm just.
So Jason,
we want your money. We want your money. Give it. We'll give you. You give it. No, but seriously, let's.
I feel like I'm in Step Brothers all of a sudden.
Jason, why don't you talk to us about some things? There's some sports ball things over there.
Footballs.
Yes.
Signed
by Michael Irvin, Steve Smith, and Willie McGinnis. 6 Super Bowl rings on that ball right there.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
That's more than you even have on one hand.
That's Los Angeles Rams. I'm a Broncos fan. My wife is a Cowboys fan, and my son decided to be a Rams fan. He's 6 years old. That's signed by right guard Austin Corbett. Other sports ball things, I mean, I'm telling you, that the 2019 NFL Rookie Premier card set and jersey.
So
Come on. You're getting such a deal on those. It's crazy.
Such a deal,
This
you guys.
basketball, by the way, signed by the
Crazy deal.
entire Los Angeles Clippers team. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and all the rest. How about that?
That's amazing.
That's-
That's something someone's bidding on.
What about these shoes? I stepped on your shoe.
You stepped on my shoe.
I stepped on your shoe because we're selling shoes.
Hair things.
We're losing it, guys.
These hair things.
Could use some hair.
What are you talking about?
Help.
My hair is absolutely perfect, mostly because I use. No, if you use these, your hair will not look like this. This is bad. I know it's bad.
We've got a Paul Mitchell gift basket and a Bumble and Bumble. They are 2 awesome brands that make your hair look fantastic.
You know what? I want to talk about an auction item. In
In
order to do it, though, I need my wife to come on over here.
Yeah.
And she's got an announcement of how much we have raised for
shut
tonight.
up. Is that a real number?
Yeah, it sure is. So come on, come in. And I'm going to talk about an auction item.
What?
Everybody, this is my wife, Kelsey. She is our director this evening behind the scenes, and now she's in front of the scenes.
running the show, like yelling at us all and making us be on time.
A lot of people, when she posts a picture, or when I post a picture of me and her, they're just like, where did your wife get the guns? Why is your wife just like ripped? Well, her Pilates instructor has a package up for auction this evening.
Yep.
So go find the Pilates.
Feels
with
a little like we're auctioning Kelsey.
in person.
It does feel a little
Explain
like that.
Explain the item. Explain the item. What do we got?
Mary O'Malley, in-person Pilates session. Go bid on it. She's amazing.
Yes.
And she is how I keep fit.
We need to talk about this number.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
huge.
I would turn it around, but I feel like it's written too lightly.
Yeah.
So we're at $187,000.
You guys did that. Everybody out there, you
That doesn't
did
even
that.
feel real. We are so excited,
That is
you guys.
crazy.
That's
And we've still got a little
I think
time.
it's because Jason's going crazy over here. I don't know.
We've still got a little time left to
Making
go.
everyone wild.
8:30 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what the other time zone conversions are. I know we have people here from Singapore right now, which is awesome. This is truly a worldwide event. We're spreading the word worldwide, and we appreciate each and every one of you for being here and helping us do this tonight. We cannot do any of this without you. Welcome to the family, and thank you so much. And you know what? Let's let Kate introduce the next
Yeah,
people.
we have, I don't know if there's anyone out there that watches General Hospital, but we have two ladies that are here to talk to us a little more to close out our night for Huntington's disease. One of them is actually playing a character who has Huntington's disease, and the other is my Emmy-nominated friend, Briana Lane. So here is Kelly Thiebaud and Briana Lane to close it out, and then a little surprise musical guest. Surprise, it's us.
It's us.
Does anyone else feel short?
No, just you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Thiebaud. I am currently on General Hospital. I play Britt Westbourne. I first learned about Huntington's disease through my character's storyline. I had never heard of it, which was pretty shocking to me. And I did a lot of research to prepare for this storyline, and I was pretty saddened by just how tragic this disease is and what it does to people diagnosed and to their families. That's why I'm really honored to be a part of Huntington's Disease Society of America in this event, to show my support for all the work that they do in the Huntington's community. Their mission statement, y'all, is to improve the lives of everyone affected by Huntington's disease and their families. That's exactly what your donations are going to go towards. So please give anything that you can. I think they have a lot of cool prizes that you can win, and I believe you can purchase tickets to the VIP after party. So please show your support. There is no cure currently for this disease. So the more that we know, the more that we educate ourselves, the more that we support people who are going through this, it's really the only thing that we can do right now. So thank you for your time.
Hey, my name is Brianna Lane, and I'm so honored to be hosting tonight's Freeze HD event. My dear friend Kate Miner comes from an HD family, and that was the first time I'd ever heard about Huntington's. When she told me about it, I immediately Googled what the symptoms were, and a lot of them mirrored things like ALS, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, which obviously was shocking to read because the symptoms are so severe, but also shocking to realize that I knew nothing about this disease. And if I know nothing about this disease, how many other people don't know anything about this disease, which is why it's so important to be raising awareness and funds to help find a cure. For more information about Huntington's, you can go to hdsa.org. And thank you guys so much for joining us tonight and supporting this cause and the fight against HD. Tonight is going to be so fun. I hope you guys are already having a great time. The performances tonight are going to be beautiful. And the auction is happening right now, and there's some really cool items, so I hope you guys can bid on some of those, and hope you guys all have a great night, and thanks again.
What a night. What a night. It's been special this whole evening. We've raised a ton of money. We've done it together as a family, and we're not done yet, by the way. Even though the auction and the show will be over very soon, there is an after party happening at 8:30 where we get to go and jump on a Zoom call all together and celebrate this whole thing. And
we hope that you'll join us there. But if you can't, we just want to say, no matter what, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out and helping us, support this cause, which is obviously very near and dear to our hearts. And I'm sure very near and dear to many of your hearts. And if you're just here learning more, we appreciate everyone being here tonight so much. It means a lot to us. Thank you for being a part of this community.
And if you're not here right now, let me just go with it. Okay, if you're not here and you're tonight and you're watching this tomorrow on some other day and you've missed the auction and things like this, you can still just donate to HDSA.org, and we would appreciate that too. But everything you've done to spread the word, even after this, talking to people about it. We're going to be doing this every year. Hopefully next year we'll be in person. There will always be a little virtual element, and the auction will always be worldwide online, so everyone can be involved, stay involved. And yeah, like Kate said and like Scott said, it really means the world to us. So thank you so much for being here. Keep spreading the word. We're here for you, and we are standing by you. So.
When the night is cold and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, now stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, in the mountains crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. By me, oh, now stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me, oh, now stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Stand by me.
And we will stand by you. I want to say thank you so much tonight to everybody out there watching. I want to say thank you to Minor, to Justin and Kate. I want to say thank you to Jason, of course. I want to say thank you to Brian, Logan Dales, everybody in the house from VCube, everybody in the house from HDSA. You know, this night means the world, not just to us in this room, but to everybody out there in the world that is battling this thing. We promise you, we will put all of this money to great, great use. Remember, the auction is still open until 8:30. We just got word from Tom Ellis, all the way from London, that he has decided to add a second Zoom call. We know that a lot of people are feverishly bidding on that. So the top 2 bids will both win a Zoom call tonight. Keep crushing it. Keep on reaching out. Keep on giving if you can. If you can't give anything tonight monetarily, you can give by spreading the word, by raising awareness. You can give by helping us get this Parity Act passed so that people who suffer from this get help right away. That's what this is all about, strengthening every single person in this community through outreach and love and support. We will stand by you. And until next year, this was Freeze HD. We'll see you at the after party. Everybody who donates $50 or more, we'll see you there. Peace.
Come on.